Alright, welcome back everyone. It is LaughNgamez here. I am back with another AlphaStar 1 vs 1 commentary. Today we are going to be having AlphaStar playing Zerg in the top right hand side of the map. And taking on AlphaStar, it's a Grandmaster Protoss player. The Grandmaster Protoss player representing humanity in the fight against the Terminator. And yeah, we're just gonna check out another one of these games. Protoss versus Zerg. I think AlphaStar's Zerg is pretty solid. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward for the most part. Like, it's not really super pizzazzy or anything like that. It plays pretty standard for the most part. It does sometimes mix in these early pools that we're seeing, but other than that, AlphaStar's a pretty straight up robot when it comes to that. Now, this GM Protoss going to be trying to knock AlphaStar's block off. Sending in a probe across the map here. Just going to sort of wander on in and say, hey, where's that hatchery? That hatchery would be done if this was a normal time scout. And AlphaStar is getting pylon blocked. Now, I've seen one or two games of AlphaStar getting pylon blocked, and it kind of just falls apart a little bit at times. So, AlphaStar, though, this game does just pop on over to the next location, as you're supposed to do, and all is well, everything is normal. Protoss player just very, very confident, by the way. This Protoss player is confident as day, as he throws up his Nexus, even though he knows it's an early pool he faces, which is really cool to see. I myself, whenever I see an early pool, I'm like, oh, gotta get up that Cyber Core, as just even a few lings coming across the map can mess up your day. However, this Protoss player, cool as a cucumber. That's been in the fridge, I guess. Alright, so we have 6 lings moving across the map. Gonna be trying to put a bit of hurt on the Grandmaster Protoss player. Now, for 6 AlphaStar lings, if we can hit 6 likes on this video, that would be awesome. Maybe even 60, who knows? I know you guys are awesome with smashing that like button anyway. And of course, if you're new to the channel and you enjoy AlphaStar commentary, press that subscribe button, as I put out a lot of these videos. And I think we're about to break that 6,000 sub mark, which is really exciting. Nuts, as a matter of fact. Now, AlphaStar just sitting back and chilling with its lings for now. This is really interesting. The Protoss player is sending his probe and just like, oh, what's going on? He's going to see a queen moving towards this base. Sees a few more lings popping out, and this might be enough to tip off the Protoss player that AlphaStar is going for a bit of massling shenanigans. Really testing the waters of this Protoss player. A shield battery is done, though. There's an adept behind the wall. I think all should be well. Like, you really can't break this with pure ling. However, this doesn't stop AlphaStar going for this build. I've seen it do this a fair few times now. It's just at 16 drones and is going ling, 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 gas, gas, gas. Except not really. It's just pushing the gas on the make lings. Now, is this Protoss player going to be out of position? I'm going to go ahead and probably say no. No matter how many lings AlphaStar makes, I don't think it's going to be breaking through here. Like, this Protoss player right now is going to be like, what you doing there, guy? As now AlphaStar's like, fine, it didn't work. I'll make some drones. So a very, very odd build coming out of AlphaStar. I mean, if it was versus someone like me, it probably would work. Versus a good Grandmaster Protoss, not going to happen. This GM Protoss, even taking things very, very serious, throwing up a couple of extra shield batteries. These lings are not going to make it in, AlphaStar. You shall not pass. You shall not pass, says the Stalker and the Zealot and the Adept and the shield batteries and all the Protoss. Now, an Oracle is on the way for the Protoss player. Very, very good if you're facing masslings. I don't think you can ever really have enough Oracles. So that's the second Oracle out. And this Oracle looks like it's found its first victim. Nabs up a drone. Another one pops out just in time for the Oracle to eviscerate it. And now we take a look. 5 drones going down, 6 drones, 7 drones, 8 drones, 9 drones. 9 drones in total for this Oracle. By my counting. No, it actually got 10. I can't count, apparently. So, yeah, this is already looking real bad for AlphaStar, ladies and gentlemen. The past few games of AlphaStar I've cast, it's really kind of getting its its butt kicked. But I guess that's all in the learning process. And maybe it's going to learn not to make all these lings anymore, as all these early lings it made has really hampered its early game economy. And this Protoss player is just sitting pretty with a Twilight Council on the way up, a Robo, a Stargate done already. Like, he's just laughing. Oracles reveal the lings, and so they have nowhere to hide. And all of a sudden, as this game goes on, the 29 lings that AlphaStar made look a lot less intimidating now than they did a few minutes ago. And the Zerg doesn't have a lot else behind this. A Roach Warren is on the way, interestingly enough, and a Lair behind that. So AlphaStar is kind of playing it out a little bit. But with a queen about to die, that's painful. This other queen, she could be about to die. She ain't running towards the Spore Crawler. Drones now have no one to cover for them, and oh, another queen could be in trouble. No, fortunately for her, the oracles are out of energy. And AlphaStar, oh no, with its Spore Crawlers, I'm realizing it doesn't even have a Spore in its main base at the minute. What are you doing, AlphaStar? Without a Spore Crawler in its main base, it may as well just be saying, kill all my drones. But I'm pretty sure AlphaStar is dead in this game regardless. This is just a formality. I want to say the Protoss trying to kill him. AlphaStar can just make a ton of roaches and maybe, just maybe, knock this Protoss player down. However, this Protoss is doing everything right, staying on 2 bases, continuing on with the Oracle harassment, and then just powering up, getting up a Templar Archives, getting up a Robo and Immortals. So once that's out, it's like, what are you gonna do as AlphaStar versus that? Archons and Immortals are pretty darn good versus Roaches. AlphaStar is getting up Roach speed, which will help out. However, Roach speed only goes good when you've got a good economy to make a ton of Roaches. And AlphaStar is only on 2 bases still. A third is on the way now, but we're already seeing the harassment about to start. AlphaStar gonna have to respond to Archons dropping in its mineral line. So far, just a few drones have popped off, but that number could very well increase now because there's nothing to defend these drones. Oh no, AlphaStar, run the drones. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. Okay, so they're staying alive, just barely, but man, that was close to being a doozy for AlphaStar. I mean, it lost a few drones already this game, but that would have made it really bad. Oh, that Prism takes a shot or two from the Queens. Getting that would be a real nice pick-off to start a comeback for AlphaStar. However, this Protoss player is just looking so solid at this point. Getting up a 3rd base delayed. I'm willing to bet gonna go for a push at some point. These Lings are gonna get on in here for AlphaStar. Are they gonna cancel that? That's real nice. And the Lings turn around. That was actually a nice move for AlphaStar. Probably the nicest move it's made all game. Oracle's still harassing the Queen. The one Queen is gonna do her best, but oh no, the Oracles can just kill the Queen. And then there is nothing. Archon's dropping at the natural base. A few more Queens come in to help on out, but the drones are all clumped up on the Archon. Oh no, AlphaStar, don't do it. Oh, all the drones of AlphaStar are pretty much dying. It corrosive biles some of its own drones. Surprisingly, most of these drones actually stayed alive. Like, it looked a lot worse than it really was. But still, AlphaStar having a real tough go of it. Somehow up to 58 workers, though. That's the AlphaStar magic with its ability to make drones non-stop. Repels the harassment. Supply is pretty equal, however, the army is not. This Protoss player is powering up behind this charge. More Immortals on the way, more Archon's gonna be on the way, and once that's the case, this could be a big attack coming from the Protoss player. The army supply is essentially doubled for the Protoss player versus AlphaStar, and that's just no good. This could not be pretty when this Protoss moves out. If you're AlphaStar right now, you need to be holding down that Roach key. You need to be planning a miracle defense here right now. And what does the Zerg have right now? The answer is a few Ravagers. Close your eyes, Zerg players. Close your eyes, AlphaStar fans, because this one is not gonna be pretty here for the Zerg. AlphaStar can try. It's making as much as it can, but it's just a little bit too disjointed here with the Roaches. There's just not enough. I mean, it is making a lot more units. The army supply has really caught up, but oh, these drones are just getting cooked by the Archon there. A few Zealots are spilling forward. 15 more Roaches are on the way. Okay, are you telling me there is a chance here that AlphaStar can hold on? I mean, it's a fool's chance, but it's a chance, I want to say. Like, it's making a good number of Roaches. AlphaStar is really good at making stuff. A lot of drones have already died, however, though. Corrosive Bile's raining down. AlphaStar is retreating, doing a good job kiting with the Ravagers. However, there is Zealots killing its natural base, while the Ravagers are trying to kite as well as they can. AlphaStar just making more Roaches, more Ravagers. Is AlphaStar actually going to hold this? I mean, it's probably going to be dead as an end result. However, it did actually hold this attack for now, it would seem. Ravagers, Corrosive Biling the Prism, very nice hit. The Protoss player warped in a lot more sentries, but it is also eating a lot of Corrosive Biles, so the Zerg is staying alive for now. I mean, Zealots have got into the main base, however, a few Roaches pop out to help deal with that, and it looks like AlphaStar somehow held this attack. I mean, the Protoss is still in a much better position. However, AlphaStar, it made the hold. Wow, I honestly didn't believe that AlphaStar would defend that. And wow, what a game that AlphaStar has played out. I mean, it was kind of all awful, but that was actually a pretty impressive hold. I didn't expect it to survive there. So now we take a look. AlphaStar going to be going for a counterattack, giving it the good old college try. I mean, there actually isn't that much Protoss here because these two Immortals are bogged up behind. Does the Protoss player notice that those two Immortals aren't in the fight? Yes, he does. He probably used the F2 there to bring all his units up, and rightly so, because he needs every unit to hold on right now. AlphaStar is in it to win it, going for a major counterattack here. However, it looks like AlphaStar realizes the Protoss is too well entrenched with reinforcements with those Immortals, and is just going to macro up with another base finished up. AlphaStar is going to be able to get its economy back on track, as long as it helps defend versus these Archons, which, oh no. AlphaStar losing drones that it really can't afford to. Archon's massacring some of the Lings. No hatchery here to be harassed, at least. Be an optimist. Archons dropping in the main base. Looks like some Roaches and Ravagers coming to try and hit this prism. Will it try and Corrosive Bile? Not quite. Archon's gonna change base here. Harassing AlphaStar at all locations. Just a good micro from the Protoss, as a matter of fact. Being so active with this prism. A fourth base is on the way for the Protoss, realizing that he's got a lead, but not wanting to blow it in another counterattack or something that could potentially fail. So just gonna macro up, just gonna get Psystorm here. All the while, AlphaStar just slowly squeezing out drones, slowly trying to rebuild its worker count. Psystorm on the way here for the Grandmaster Protoss. Once that's out, we're going to see how well AlphaStar is going to dodge the Psystorm. And to that question, I do not know the answer. +2 is on the way for AlphaStar. Another hatchery on the way. However, the drone count keeps getting knocked down with this Protoss player just harassing non-stop with these Archons. Very good Warp Prism control. Another hatchery is on the way for AlphaStar. This prism is being a big pain in AlphaStar's behind. Will be repelled, however, as the game goes on, it is not getting any better for the AI. We're currently sitting at +3 attack on the way. The Protoss player rocking a very high APM. And AlphaStar, still just has Roach Ravager. And Roach Ravager is not going to help you versus Mass Psystorm. Looks like, oh my gosh, a massive Zealot counterattack moving on in for the GM Protoss. AlphaStar, I mean, if it went for an attack right now, this is no buffer really for these Immortals and Templar. However, Immortals and Templar are pretty darn good. Templar and really anything is pretty darn good versus compositions like this, so AlphaStar gonna have to be careful. Corrosive Biles hit a lot of the Immortals there. More going down, so there's a chance that AlphaStar can make this happen, but it has no way to defend these Zealots easily. Although, I mean, the Protoss player really did split up his army, so these Zealots will be caught by the main part of the Zerg force. However, the rest of the attacks coming on in, more reinforcements have been warped in. AlphaStar loses its Roach Warren, so it can no longer warp in more, and it actually eats a nasty Psystorm there, probably the first of many. There's another Psystorm. There could be more down the line. There's Zealots in the main base as well. More Psystorm force fields going down. The Corrosive Bile can try and get connections, but with a hatchery dying, with another hatchery dying, AlphaStar is in a spot of bother here. As the AI has had 42 drones on this one base since it was oversaturated at since its third is gone, since its fourth is gone, and in comes the Protoss once more. Is there going to be good enough Corrosive Bile to come back? Unless like all the Templar get hit, I really don't see it happening. There's another Psystorm going down. The Roaches and Ravagers are bruised up. AlphaStar moves in, tries to get good Corrosive Biles off, hits the Immortals once again, but after all, they are immortal, and the Zerg just getting Psystorm to an oblivion, drones melting, everything dying. AlphaStar is gonna have to GG out. I mean, the AI definitely put up a good fight. However, I am not sure if AlphaStar had a chance there. I mean, yeah, very well done by AlphaStar. I'm complimenting the robot. There's your pat on the back. Like, the way that it played was pretty alright. Just, it had a very poor opening. Like, it chose to make all those lings. So, very odd strategy. But a good fight from AlphaStar on the same side for the Grandmaster Protoss. Good job closing it out. He probably felt it at some point playing that game like, dude, why are you still in the game? Why haven't you GG'd yet? But that's just AlphaStar fighting it out, and it made a good attempt at it. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's try and smash that like button. Join the Discord and subscribe to the channel while you're at it. If you stayed to the end of the video, thanks so much for tuning on in. And I also want to point out that I recently added YouTube memberships to the channel, if that's something you're interested in. For those of you that check out Twitch TV, it's basically the same as subscriptions on there. You can get like, there's various levels and stuff. You can get your games cast on the channel. You can get coaching, things like that if you want to check that out. And yeah, obviously no obligation there. Thanks so much to everyone for tuning on in. I'll see you in the next video.